Welcome to another episode of Silk Sessions After Dark. I'm your girl, Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcast. This is the place where the glasses are poured, the tea is hot, and the conversation is always deeper after dark. Today, I have my friend Ashley, that is my Leo spirit friend and client, and we're about to have a good time today. But before we get into it, I'm going to taste the drink because this Negro here then already reached down and sipped it. So in my mind, this is a salted caramel apple martini made with Crown. Or it could be a Snickers because I did add a little chocolate Crown in there. So let's see. Come on, cheers. Pick it up, pick it up. Cheers. Let me see what it tastes like. Oh, that's a winner.
That's real good.
That's winner chicken dinner, baby. Okay, let me tell you what's in it. So 2.5 ounces of salted caramel Crown, 1 ounce of the chocolate Crown, 4 ounces of apple juice. Oh, you got shit going everywhere. 4 ounces of apple juice, and I'll put caramel on the rim and put some nuts, and we all know we like nuts. And I put a dash of caramel in there too.
It's good.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be too sweet, but it is everything.
No, it's very good.
Ooh, okay, let me give it one more sip. Oh, shoot, that's good. That is good. It's strong enough. It's not too sweet.
Not too sweet.
You know, real drinkers, I be thinking it might be too sweet.
It's good.
But this is on the one. You're going to have to try that one. Of course, put the ingredients on the screen. Let's get into it. So first, introduce yourself, Ashley. What you do, everything.
So my name is Ashley Pearl Johnson. I am a hustler.
And that is true.
I'm an entrepreneur, and so I do real estate. I've been in the real estate business for 7 years. I am a real estate agent, but I also invest and flip. I am a star tender, also a bartender that I've been doing bartending for off and on for 20 years for some of the hottest clubs and hottest promoters and owners in Houston, Texas. I dibble and dabble in a lot of different things that bring us money. I work with a lot of investors, title companies. I do business development for some companies in Houston because I know a lot of people. So to my friends, I'm known as the plug. If they need any type of anything, they give me a call, and I'm sure I know who to forward them to make sure that they can get what they need.
Facts on facts on facts. So, because, so I knew she was a bartender. I was like, what am I going to make? 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 Because I didn't want to be judged.
You did a
Judge,
good job.
not let you be judged.
You did a very good job.
But, so tell me what you think about it, what I could have done differently.
I like it. And I'm not a person that normally likes sweet drinks, so it's not a sweet drink. It is a good balance. It's a very good balance of everything.
When it comes from the bartender.
Yes, it really is.
Okay, so my plan was, so I'm going to have you back for you to make the drink.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I really wanted to see what she was going to make us today, but she was running a little late. I'm not going to tell y'all the time. And so that's what we're about to get into. This is Leo. Okay, this is about Leos, right? Because she's a Leo, I'm a Leo. We start planning our lives early, like when it comes to like birthdays.
Yes, we do.
Making a grand entrance, and she made a grand today.
Yes.
But so as a Leo, tell me how dating is for you.
Ooh.
Because I'm in this season of getting black to love. You saw that episode. And I'm trying really hard not to bash our black men. I'm trying to figure a way, and I want them to do the same, to lift them up.
Okay.
But dating is very hard at our age.
It's hard at our age. It's hard when you have been in a position where you've taken care of yourself for years. And you would love that helpmate and that companion. But as a Leo, a lot of times we have a very bold personality.
Yes.
We're very goal-oriented. We're leaders. And so sometimes I think Leos are asked to dim their light with certain men. And that's all races. And I think that sometimes we have a really hard time doing that because it's not in us. You can't put us in a box. You can't put us in a category. You have to be willing to truly accept all of us.
Yes.
And be okay with sometimes, being in the back in the corner because and being proud that your woman is kind of in the forefront with the personality and the things that she does. Because with or without a man, we're still going to be who we are.
Because we got big personalities, like huge. We're like fearless, and I'm not like bound to the astrology, but there are some similarities that Leos have that all signs have. Like I'll date any sign, but the signs I have the most compatibility with are Aries and Sagittarius. Man, it's like a combustion.
Yes.
But I'll date any sign, but it's just like, and I know like, why y'all talking about the zodiacs? Because you got some girls who are real laid back. You have some girls that want to be controlled. I want to be safe, feeling not controlled, but I want safe leadership.
Yes.
I want safe leadership.
Safe and stable.
I want to be able
leadership.
I want to be able, like when they say, what's they tell us when we get married? What's that? Submit. I want to be submissive.
I don't have a problem being submissive
At all. I want to make that Negro a sandwich. I want to do all the things he want me to do.
Yes.
But I want to trust you.
Yes.
And when people hear me talk like that, they're like, what do you mean? It's like, if you're not going in a certain direction, how can I follow you?
Correct.
How can I follow you? And just because I am outgoing, just because I am like a big personality, that does not mean that I'm trying to overshadow you.
No.
That's just who I am.
I just think it takes a special man. And I think a lot of times we will show love, we will nurture and all of that up front. Sometimes to people that don't deserve it. Because it does take a special man to be able to, I don't want to say tame us because I don't like that word, but be able to get us together because consistency, you got to be a man of God. You have to show me, because I've been so independent, you have to show me the reason why I'm supposed to follow you. I don't just sign up to follow without any type of, because, I'm like, well, I can do it by myself. And I know that may not be the best answer, but I do believe that you have to, it has to be stable, consistent. It has to be just as loving. And we're very loyal.
Even in friendship.
Oh, very much so.
Even in friendship, not just with like a guy. I'm talking about when you are a true, if you have a friend that is a Leo, they going to be down for you like 4 flat tires. For sure. But we also see the bullshit too.
We sure will.
And we might not say anything.
Nope.
We might just sit back and pay attention and just kind of look. And then one day you just like, have you heard from her?
No. The cutoff grain is strong.
But it takes a long time to get there.
Yeah,
what about you?
It does. It does. Once I actually let you in. Once I let you in and I start caring for you, loving for you, because I'm the type of person go see your parents, even if you there or not. Well, I'm the type of person go do stuff for your children, whether you're there or not. And so once I give you a piece of me, it does take a minute to let it go, because we have to accept it. We have to let it marinate. We got to make sure it's the best decision for us. But once we make that decision to let go, that cutoff game is strong.
Do you hold on too long?
I have.
Like,
now, as I've gotten older,
okay,
I have learned from my mistakes.
Okay.
But, I've definitely that's been an issue for me.
I am what they used to be called the breakup queen. So when you love really hard one good time, you know how a guy will, in the beginning, he'll like a girl or whatever, and then he gets his heart broken. He's never the same. Well, I'm kind of like that. You get your heart broke real early. So then there's this wall of protection.
For sure.
And I've had it built for a very long time. So any little red flag that I see, and it could be red to me and pink to you, but to me it's red.
Right.
And I'm running for the border like Taco Bell.
So that's what a man told me that I was dating a few years ago is you are a runner.
Mm-hmm.
The first sign of BS, you're out. You are not trying to cipher through the BS. You're not trying to ask questions about the BS. And I think that's because we love so hard.
Yes.
And so as soon as you show me a sign that you're not going to be with me or be down with me, I'm getting out of there.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of there.
Now, I'm going to say this because I think we have something in common and we don't have to get into it, but our fathers are similar, right? And watching my daddy, because I'm working on this new book, it's called Deeper Than Us. It's a poetic love story. But I learned from my father how to love, but it was a dysfunctional love. So to watch how because my father, I ain't gonna get into what my father did with her on the panel because I don't know if she want to talk about that. But y'all know I tell y'all about my daddy all the time because next week we having a whole daddy episode. Well, now I might do it the week after because next week is Mother's Day. But watching his behavior gave me a dysfunctional way of loving. And so I think until I fix that, I would be, and you can tell me if you do this, I don't know, trying to fix who I date and want to be fixed. I want you to love me the way he didn't, but I'm trying to fix you at the same time. I see some of the same things in you that I saw in him, and so I'm going to make him better by helping you. I hit it.
Okay. Yeah. 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 So the dysfunction in my home was my father was a professional athlete. He played for the Houston Oilers for 13 years. And it was always a wife and it was always an auntie. There's a lots of pretty aunties. And so, but he was a provider. And so I grew up thinking as long as the household was taken care of and all the things looked pretty, that it was okay to look past their behavior, because he was never mean to any of his women. My daddy was a simp. Like he liked pretty women. Yeah. He told you he was pretty. He wanted to see you in pretty things. He wanted to do pretty things for you. And so I still look for that. Because I'm like, give me some money.
Wait, how did your mama handle that? Because like we the flip side of the coin, like your dad was a professional athlete. He daunted you with things and daunted his women with things. My dad loved my mama, but he was a drug addict. And so he loved his drug of choice more than he loved anything.
I can say this now. My mother numbed.
Okay.
She numbed.
Okay.
And so because life was taken care of, she just continued to numb.
Okay, I know what that means. So let me ask you this. We talked about this because, I've been writing books since 2023.
Oh, she finna get on.
I'm finna get on. And I am on book number 9. I have Written in the Stars, A Mistress to the Game, A Moment in the Hourglass, The Night Shift at Hope Central trilogy, which is The Night Shift at Hope Central, The Second Dose of Deception, The Second Dose of Deception, The Reckoning, and Camille, The Rebirth of a Reckoning. That's 4 books in one. And I'm working, which is the hardest book, next to A Moment in the Hourglass, Deeper Than Us, because I'm going to have to really dig deep on that. Where's your book? Ma'am, we've been talking about this. Where's your book? Because you have a story to tell.
I do have a story to tell. I was nervous about telling that story due to just revealing my truth and not wanting to expose anything that would look a certain way to my parents
Gotcha.
because they were very image people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And would look good, out, dress it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so once my father passed in 2022, I think I was stuck in grief.
Okay.
I was stuck in grief. And then just a lot of things kept happening. Like it went from my mother ended up falling ill, and I am taking care of her now. She has dementia. My children currently live with their father due to me having to have so much care and time for my mom. That was a grievance. But this year, things are changing for me. Things are turning around slowly. And it's interesting because another person said to me about 2 weeks ago, "Why haven't you written a book?" And I said, "This is the year. This is the year. This is the year where I feel comfortable with saying what I want to say, where I've gotten I hate to use the word, I gotten the balls to be ready to tell my truth and be willing to deal with whatever is going to come with it."
But I told you how to do it. You write fiction, nonfiction. Mm-hmm. You put the facts in there and then you switch it up and you just change the names. That's how I did when I wrote Written in the Stars. The facts are there. If you know us, you know us. But I changed all the names. I made me and my sister twins instead of big sister, little sister, Destiny and Dynasty. Let's do it.
Okay.
You got a story to tell. Okay, let me tell y'all a little secret. Let me tell y'all a little ditty. It's story time. So I met this girl's daddy years ago. He was dating one of my coworkers in the salon. I'm going to call her Faith, but that ain't her name. And he used to pull up in this convertible Corvette. And he would pick her up and take her to lunch and blah, blah, blah. And then when I finally met Ashley, she told me about this woman that she really liked. That
my favorite auntie.
Yeah. And I said, "What's her name?" And she told me her name. I said, "Girl, that's your daddy."
Yeah.
What position did your daddy play? And how long did he play?
Wide receiver. He played with Oilers 13 years. He played with New Orleans Saints 1 year. So total of 14 years.
Okay.
He went in the first round to New Orleans Saints, and then they traded him the first year.
Did your dad, because I know a few football players who struggle with this, did he suffer from CTE?
He did suffer from CTE, and he also suffered from drug abuse.
That CTE is a mug. Because you could be talking and it could be like a regular conversation and they just pop off.
So when he passed away, I actually donated his brain to science.
Girl.
And cremated the rest of him because they wanted his brain
to see. What did they say after they examined his brain?
I didn't really want to hear that conversation, so I don't have a lot of details about that. But he thought faster than reaction. All of his life. And then towards the end, when that started to slow down, he turned into almost a different person.
Yep.
He dealt with anger differently.
Yep.
He became, he would snap on you and go off. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, "What? Come here, baby. I love you." You know what I'm saying? And so that was really tough for us. But he always had a very charming personality. And he was always able to wheel you back in, men or women.
Sometimes he would say stuff that didn't make no sense.
Yes.
Like you be looking like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yes. And he spoke very fast. My dad had a very fast dialogue, and he was from Florida.
I'm gonna drink.
No problem.
I dated somebody with CTE.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he spoke very fast, and he was from Florida, so he had a southern drawl. And so he would tell jokes, and he would, it was almost like when my dad was in front of people, it was a light switch that he turned on to become the entertainer.
The voila.
Yeah. The I got this, but everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. And then when we got behind closed doors, sometimes he would be very angry.
Or sometimes just don't say nothing.
Nothing at all. He would nothing at all. Or he would disappear for a couple days. And I do believe that substances was a drug that he struggled with, but his drug was women. His drug was women.
Was he using the drugs before football?
No.
Okay. Do you think drugs was a coping mechanism to self-medicate?
Well, and he also became a football player he was a football player from 72 to 84. So the powder was
Well, that was the drug of choice.
that was the drug of choice. It was like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? That
it was like
the drug of
weed.
choice. And so the way that they played back in those days, they tried to run through you.
Yes.
Which caused a lot of pain.
A lot of trauma.
The pads and the helmets were not up to par like they are right now.
Yeah.
And so therefore it kept him going instead of him, after a game going home and laying down and relaxing. He needed that drug, and that drug fed into the personality as well, but it also numbed the body.
Yes.
And all the things that the body was going through. And then he got to a point where he didn't want to live without it.
So, girl, I'm telling you. Okay, so let me tell y'all. This is more like Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered. No scripts, no edits, just real talk after dark. How do you speak to the little girl that dealt with that?
Ooh. I've been in therapy for some years.
Okay.
My therapist told me I'm still blinded. He said the way you speak of him and the pedestal that you put him on is unrealistic.
No, it's not. I'm going to tell you. No, it's not. Because, okay, my daddy was a H addict. I said heroin. He was a heroin addict. And he was addicted to that way before I came into the world, right? And he met my mom when they were like 13, 14, 15, something like that. They stayed on the same block. And my daddy was beautiful. He was beautiful. Finna put a picture up of my daddy. He was beautiful, and he sang like a canary. You think I could sing? You think my sister could sing? Baby, he could sing. But his love, because your body becomes addicted to that drug. But even though he was a throwed off kind of daddy, he was a good daddy. Not as an adult, I could see that it was because of that.
For sure.
That my father wasn't the best father he could be, but he was funny, he was witty, he was smart, he was crafty, he could fix things, he could put things together. He was protective, and he was a protector. He just sometimes wasn't there. Sometimes you never know which kind of daddy you was going to get. So we put our daddies on a pedestal because the Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father so that you may have long life. And no matter what kind of father we had, we honor them because that was the father that God gave us. And not only that, I believe we are the people we are because of the parents we had.
Yeah, 100%.
We are the best parts of their flawed people.
Oh, 100%. The reason why he's on a pedestal to me is because he loved me. He loved me. Throughout the trials and tribulations, the women, the drugs, I was his baby girl. So to me, he's the one man in the world that treated me like a princess from the time I knew who he was to the time he passed.
Because we compare the guys we date to our dad.
100%.
Like my daddy was a little throwed off, but he was gonna go get it.
Yeah.
We wasn't gonna want for nothing. He was gonna go get. Now he showed me how to go get it, and just praise God, I didn't go get it like he went and got it. That's a whole nother pod. I'm gonna do it because I'm telling everything. But I think there's a gift and a curse having a parent like that.
Yes.
Because you got these parents that don't do the things that our parents did, and they're worse.
Yeah.
My daddy wasn't beating me.
No.
My daddy wasn't essaying me, because we got to be careful what we say. But he just had some broken pieces.
Yes. He definitely had some broken pieces. And my father was 6'5", 300 pounds. So he never hit us.
I see your daddy.
He never hit. He only had girls. He never hit us because he said, my tap be something that could put you in the hospital.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare to. And he was a softie. He would cry. I remember those times as well. But what I did pull from him was his personality, and a lot of people say that family members and friends that knew him, and they're like, the way you come in and light up a room, and everybody, regardless if they like you or hate you, they're going to remember you no matter what. That was your dad's personality.
Yes.
That was your dad's personality.
So we got to get on this book, Ashley.
I know.
So we need to think of a title.
I know.
We're going to put it, I'm going to do it under Book Boss Publishing. I'm going to show you how to do it. You pay me when it's done.
Yes.
But I'm going to help you.
I would love
because I don't really want you to tell your whole story, because you got, first of all, your daddy played for the Oilers. They buying your book.
Yeah.
You popular, they buying your book. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to teach you how to promote it.
I need that help. I need that help.
They buying your book.
Me calling and asking to be on your show and me being in this seat right now, to me, was divine intervention, because that's what I need. I need somebody to say, sit down.
Yeah.
This is where you start.
Yep.
This is what I need for you.
I got you.
And come on, let's do it.
I got you. So what would you call your book?
Eyes of Luxury. And it's a play on words. It's actually through the eyes of luxury. It's a play on words, because the little girl's name in the book will be called Luxury.
Come on. That's what I'm saying. You change the names. Nobody can sue you. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't worried about breaking your mama's heart.
Yeah.
Your daddy not here. But the story gonna be good as God. Through the Eyes of Luxury. Y'all get ready, because we gonna have this thing done by Black Friday.
Ooh, okay.
So you can put it on sale
for the holidays.
For Black Friday, for the holidays.
Yes. Okay, come on, date.
Okay, because this is how I write. So I have to give myself a deadline. If I don't give myself a deadline, I will procrastinate.
And that's me too.
So
and that's just everything.
And let me say, that's a Leo trait. It's not really a procrastination. It's a creativity flaw, because we're too busy thinking.
Yeah.
We got to think about it. But once we get in, it's like a locomotive. I'm telling you, I'm gonna help you with structure.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna help you with. We're gonna start from when you was a little girl.
Okay.
And we just gonna go through it. And we don't know what the last chapter gonna be. We just when the story is done, the story is done.
Okay.
That's how book writing works. You can't say, I'm gonna do 20 chapters. I see you flashing. I'm gonna do 20 chapters. No. You're going to write the story, and when it's done, it's done. And it's going to be a #1 bestseller in Jesus' name.
Come on, claim it.
In Jesus' name.
And the concept comes from the little girl's name being Luxury, but her explaining her side, because everybody from the outside looking in when I was growing up felt that I had everything. And it was a beautiful home with beautiful cars and beautiful diamonds and furs. But once you got in that house, it was a different story as to what actually went on in that house. And I want to tell that story that y'all think it was luxury.
Yep. And see, I told the opposite. So there were times we didn't even have furniture. You understand what I'm saying? There were times where my mama would go to work. She would hide her money in books, because she knew my daddy wasn't going to crack the book open. And there was times where, like I remember one time he dropped us off, me and my cousin and my sister and my mom. We went to the hair salon, JCPenney's. He dropped us off. And he never came and picked us up. He never came and picked us up. Now, that's one of them stories, you embarrassed. But I got some funny stories too. But people on the outside, when I went to school, they never knew my mama struggle. They never knew that when I was in the 5th grade, because I stayed here with my mom and went to Cunningham Elementary for a little while. And to ride the Metro back then, it cost 10 cents. My mama didn't even have 10 cents to give me to ride the bus. Because she was dealing with so much. But she kept us clean. She kept our hair combed. So nobody knew that at our house, we had all these people. living in our house. They lived in our house. They wasn't selling drugs out our house, but they would like go on, huddle up, go to the bathroom. I knew what that was at 9. And nobody told me what that was.
I totally identify. My mother and father both locked themselves in bathrooms. And I'm just out there figuring life out, okay? So I totally understand what that was like.
Yep. It's like, so they go to the bathroom and they in there for hours. It seemed like hours to me as a little kid because I'm 9, 10 years old. Or like they would be there, then they would disappear. I'm telling you, who I am today is because of the shit I went through as a kid. And 100%. The funny thing is, in dating, you try to avoid those type of people, and they creep into your fiber. It's like you don't know that you are dating. You know, I got these veneers on, y'all, and the nuts. I ain't trying to chew them. You like this nigga do drugs too. You running from that. You like, what the ham and Swiss?
Because for so many years, I thought weed and alcohol was okay.
Was a staple.
Was okay. It was like, oh, he not snorting coke. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? But showing a dependency to anything that has a control over your life is a problem. And I'm 12 days clean of THC and I plan to never pick it up again.
12 days. Let me tell you something. I think that I can tell. Because I'm telling you something, she used to come reeking.
Yes, I've been smoking since I was 18 years old, so that may not seem like a lot to y'all.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Because the weed today is different.
It is.
It ain't like when we was growing up in high school, because I'm 54, I'm about to be 55. She 45. The weed that came up in the 80s and the 90s is not the weed that these kids are smoking today. No. It changes behavior. It brings upon psychosis. It's
depression.
Strong as yes. And I used to be like, these kids can't do nothing. They can't.
I was very dependent on it for a very long time.
You can't function. You wake up, smoke and go to bed, smoke at lunch. I used to work at a barbershop. I watched it. I'm like, how y'all gonna be edging up their mustaches with that reefer smell on y'all fingertips?
Because we didn't smell it.
Nope.
We don't smell it.
Nope. So, let's see what I'm gonna say. This is good. This be not planning for this to be impromptu.
Yes.
Are you dating anyone now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because last time we talked,
yes,
you had met this wonderful person.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I ain't met him. I ain't met nobody yet, y'all. Y'all ain't praying hard enough.
I'm dating.
Okay. Same or just randoms? I mean, not randoms. Not randoms, but you know, like
I am trying to be in a place where him and I can understand each other.
Okay.
Through my traumas and through his traumas. I think we need a little bit more time to make sure that we can be sensitive to those traumas and accept those traumas. Even though they're being worked on through therapy, they still can show their ass.
Because sometimes, it's just me, it ain't really love, it's more of a trauma bond. That's what my new book is about. That's why it's kind of hard for me to write it. But you think you in love with somebody, or you think there's a true connection, but as you get to know each other, you realize, oh, you got some of the same fucked up shit in your situation that I had. And that's why we like each other, because we can relate.
So I can say I have an issue with abandonment issues and neglect. And the reason why is, even though I was dressing out of Neiman Marcus and Saks, my daddy would drop me off. My mama would drop me off with my grandparents. They dropped me off for 2 years one time. Because I didn't know, but they needed to go get themselves together.
Got you.
But as a child, I'm just like, what do you mean I'm living with my grandmother for 2 years?
Yep.
And are you gonna come back and get me?
Yep.
And so I still remember the day they pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
I was 11, 10 or 11 years old. I was still like the car they were in, the outfit they had on, what they smelled like when they hugged me. I remember that. And so when a man handles me with avoidance,
It triggers. It's a trigger.
it is a trigger.
It is a trigger.
And you may be needing that to calm down or to get your thoughts together and all of that. But that moment of like, you not answering or you not explaining to me what's going on with you, I feel neglected.
Girl.
I feel abandoned. And
You got something
I'm a reformed crash out. But that crash out is still in there. And I don't have a lot of patience because I want to feel it right. You're making me sad. You're hurting me right now. I want you to fix it right now.
So I think for you and I, that's a discussion we have at the beginning of relationships. Hey, like once you, not like while you kicking it, but if once it gets serious, this is what I'm gonna start doing anyway. Hey, my daddy was one of them in and out type of Negroes, and I have abandonment issues. So if you shut down on me, or you disappear, or you just don't talk to me, then I get into this place and I might not handle you well, or I might shut down and just stop talking to you, or you will send me to an emotional place that I can't come back from. So I need you to communicate with me.
Oh my God.
Communication for a Leo is key.
Everything.
You got
everything.
Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent,
right.
You got to talk to me. And I think, like younger, I didn't have good communication skills. I would be the one that shut down. I didn't know. I would think things in my mind, but I didn't know how to convey them. I didn't know how to talk them out. I didn't know how to express myself about it because I had a addict mama and an addict daddy and a codependent mama. So my mama just let my daddy do whatever. And she never held him accountable as far as I could see. My mama was shut down. She never said anything. And I used to always say, if my mama would have just said, you need to either piss or get off the pot. Get yourself together. And either he would have done that or he would have just moved on. Because I'm going to tell y'all ready for this? My daddy had 2 wives. You had aunties.
Yes, Lord.
My daddy was married to my mama. They got married at 18. My mama had me when she was 18 years old. And somewhere along the line when my daddy was in his maybe late 20s, early 30s, it may have been in his 30s, I don't know. One of those vacations to college, School of Higher Learning, you take that how you take it. He married someone else, but him and my mama were still married.
Oh, wow.
So he would go back and forth between the two of them.
The 2 women.
And they would let him. And they would get mad at each other instead of holding him accountable. And I became the disrespectful daughter saying, one of y'all got to make a choice. Tell that nickel no.
So what resonates with me is anytime my dad didn't feel that he was getting what he needed or he was unhappy, I know he went to women outside of the home. And he was a good looking man. And so when I date, especially living in Houston, Texas, where what is it, 15-1 or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
When I date and you're not answering the phone and you're not doing it, my thing is he's with a woman because that's all I saw. That's all I saw is, now he might be back. Like he didn't change his home. He would come back, but it was like he's going to go feel good or be with the woman that is going to be quiet.
Yeah.
Go be with the woman that is not going to challenge him.
Or going to cater to him.
And that's right. And so I have been in a situation with my ex-husband where he was a serial cheater. And so he didn't add to that. Now he did add to that. Now that I am dating, some of these men, they've never given me any reason to believe, but I just automatically go there. My line is, I know you with a bitch. That's my line. And they be like, what? I'm at the store. What are you talking about? You gotta be with a bitch because why aren't you here communicating with me?
You know what's crazy? So I've dated not a lot. Well, I've dated a lot of people, but my serious relationships, the circle of them is small, right? The ones that I should have kept, that were good, that I say, ooh, that was one that got away. You know how some guys, when they don't have the dysfunction or they don't have the arguing or whatever, they run over that girl. Like, there was this one particular guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he was really nice to me. He was really good to me. He was really kind to me. He just did one thing and it had to do with my nephew and I didn't like it. And I was like, you got to go. And that was a conversation because at his root of his being, he was a really nice guy. And he ended up being really successful. And I broke up with him like this. But the Negroes I should have broke up with.
Oh my God, the story of my life.
I stayed with them Negroes a long
The story
time.
of my life. The story of my life. The
A
ones
long
that
time.
moved on. They have wives, beautiful families.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'll cut you off way too quick.
Yeah, because like that's what my book is about. Oh, I really got to get to work. So sometimes the reaction was too quick when I should have just said, wait. When I should have said, let's talk about this. Or I'm sorry. Because an apology don't necessarily have to come from the other person. Sometimes the apology, even if I didn't do anything wrong, I could have said I'm sorry because everybody plays a part.
100%.
Everybody plays a part. Like in my marriage, could my husband have been a better husband? Yes. But could I have been a better wife? Absolutely. I didn't know what it took to be a wife.
No.
I had never been married before, and that Negro had been married 3 times. Well, no, 2. I was wife number 3. But I say all that to say, sometimes it's okay to just say, you know what? Let's agree to disagree and move on. Instead of be like, pack you got to go. But that's what we do because we're guarded. That's what we do.
I'm going to leave you before you leave me. I'm going to cut you off before you cut me off.
Because I've been hurt.
Yeah.
And I was hurt before you got here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so like you say, you've been in therapy a really long time. I think I started having therapy when I started writing. Because as I started writing, I start seeing the things that I was traumatized by. I was really traumatized by that shit. And the bad part about it is, like I always say, be kind to your parents because before they're your parent, they're a person first. And to become a parent, there is no manuscript. There's no book. There are books, but being a parent is on the job training.
It is.
And you don't know what being a parent is until you become one. And sometimes the shit you learning on the job, you fucking your kids up.
Yeah.
But while you're doing that, if your child comes to you later in life and tell you, hey, this hurt me, or hey, this affected me, don't be defensive.
No.
Because the defense, you dealing with it in your mind like, they right. But if you don't tell your child, you absolutely right, and I apologize for that.
You got to apologize.
You got to apologize for that.
I do know that sometimes in our Black community, we don't apologize to our children, and we don't admit that we're wrong to our children. Even though we see it, we just go, they're kids, I need to work on me. But you need to go communicate to that child, I'm sorry, I was wrong. And I'm going to do better.
Yeah.
And actually do better.
Yeah. And understand that I'm just a person. I'm just a human being. Like, I don't have children. But I sit and watch how I was affected. Or my cousins are affected by their parents. Or my nephew was affected. And it's not intentional. They are people first. I know that my mama, before she was my mama, she was a woman. Before she was my mama, she was a little girl. Before my mama was my mama, she was a teenager. And I think back to when I was a teenager or when I was a little girl and the mistakes that I made, but I didn't affect nobody else with my shit. So we just need to be more cautious on how we handle our parents, but our parents need to be more apologetic by the things that they put us through, especially in the situation that we were in. I had the opportunity, and we're going to wrap because I know you got to go to work.
It's okay.
I had the opportunity to sit down before my father passed. This was like years before I was still married, but me and my husband were separating. And I asked him, what made you start doing what you did? And he broke it down for me. And I told the story, but I changed the character name. I put it on a totally different character in the book, Written in the Star. No, A Mistress to the Game. How my father got introduced to drugs. And with men, 9 times out of 10, a girl or a woman introduced them to it. Think about Lamar Odom. He said a woman and her husband introduced him to the powder. Why is it always a woman?
So you were able to get closure with your father?
Absolutely, because I asked. I sat down because he was clean at that time. And I said, hey, Daddy. I said, who introduced you to that? What made you start doing that? And he just broke it down to me. He was like, well, we were kids. She was my best friend. They were like 13 years old. And her uncle was a pimp. And that's what her uncle and his friends used to do. And she found it. And she tried it. And she came to him. And she was like, this right here. And he was like, I could do anything. Now, mind you, his older brothers had already got into that. His cousins had already got into that. So it wasn't just him that ended up doing it. It was all the men on that side of the family. And she tied him up and she did it. And they thought they killed him because that's what heroin does. It just make you collapse. And he said it was the best euphoria. And I'm not telling y'all this to go out and try it. I'm telling y'all this to scare y'all brains out. But he said he never felt that way again after that.
Yes.
He chased it. And he said it used to, because my dad was a singer too. It used to enhance his gift, so he thought, until singing wasn't important anymore. That was the only thing that was important to him.
I was able to get closure from my father. He was able to, he called me, he apologized. He spoke of situations where he abandoned me. We had that conversation. I don't know if anybody is struggling with any parent that has dementia. My mother is a narcissist and has been a narcissist my entire life. So nothing is ever their fault. Ever.
Do you think her self-medicating triggered that even more?
Well, in speaking to her siblings, she always been like
it just enhanced the
parents and her siblings. Yeah, I think it enhanced it. The lifestyle also fed into it.
Yes.
But I am in a situation now where, due to dementia, I will never have that closure because she doesn't remember any of that, and I'm still taking care of a person that is, I'm grieving while she's still alive because she's, first of all, not my mother anymore.
Yeah.
Second of all, the times that I'm up to 10 with her, I'm like, just apologize. You know, she will not admit that she's wrong. She will not apologize. And I am struggling to this day with the fact that I know I'll never be able to tell her what hurt me and receive any type of acknowledgement or apology for that. That might be a part 2.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is, I think, because dementia and Alzheimer's runs in our family. And my mom is having some memory issues right now, but hers is due to medications that she's been on. So my mother takes gabapentin because she was a cancer survivor and she has neuropathy. And so they gave her that. And she has some neurological issues going on. It's just a lot. And I like on my grandmother's side, all of her siblings had Alzheimer's, right? There will come a time where they'll just start talking and just don't say nothing because they'll start reflecting on the past, and she'll give you your closure. If you want closure from your mama, ask God for it, and you'll get it. It might not be how you want it, and even if she never does, you say to her how you feel and get it off of you. Because forgiveness is not for them, it's for you.
Right.
To give you peace and to give you closure. I didn't know we was gonna have such a good time. I didn't know that we was gonna talk about some foolishness. We was gonna talk about, so we were gonna bring up the black man, and what you like about him. And I think I like them lips and that skin, and I like them big, and I like all that too.
I like all that too now.
But we got deep, and I think this was God's will. God worked today. So thank you, Ashley, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And
I watched it and I was like, I want to get on that show.
She was like, I want to get on that show. You be having fun. I do. I do be having fun. And next time I have you on, I'm going to have something jotted down so we can have structure. But I think this is the way God wanted it. Because there is somebody out there, some adult that has not dealt with their child inside, that needed to hear that they not the only person that went through this. And you got parents that dealt with that, and sometimes the children end up dealing with that too.
And then their children. So when you sitting back thinking that everything is okay, understand that they can pass on the traumas that you gave them to your grandbabies. And we know how we are about our grandbabies. So if you don't want that, you got to work in that. You got to dig deeper and work in that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's get us one more toast. This was good too, y'all. Y'all got to try. But I don't think I would have put them nuts and stuff on them. That's a mess. That's a mess. It's good though.
I like the nuts.
I like nuts too.
Big ones.
Always substitutes. So, I'm your girl, Mimi Michelle. Thank you for tuning in to Silk Sessions After Dark. I will see y'all next week. So wait a minute. Next week is Mother's Day. Y'all gonna be busy. I'll see y'all the following week. And don't forget to tune in to Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered every day at 1:00. All right, 2 fingers. I'm out. Mwah.
Thank you for tuning in to Silk Sessions After Dark.